The following video is intended for general audiences. It may contain coarse language, bad puns, suggestive images, and bad advice. It probably just contains retro computer crap. But don't try this at home, even if I tell you to.
Alright, so here we go. What I'm trying to do here is I just wanted to give a long play, if I could, of the work-in-progress version of Cool Herders for the Nintendo DS. This title we were working on for Alternate back in the day, and we didn't get finished. We tried to continue on our own, but every reason for it not being done boils down to timing. Bad timing here, bad timing there. So I'm going to show you what we got. It's not complete. There are some glitches that the emulator will show that don't happen on hardware, but I'm just going to have to live with those. It's an emulator bug, it's not my problem. And, show you what we got, talk a bit about the gameplay differences. So the original Cool Herders, as I mentioned in my other video, came out for Dreamcast, and people wanted to like it, but the impression that I got was that they wanted to like it more than they did like it. So, okay, that's fair, and I gave a lot of reasons why. But I went through, and I've read all the comments, the good and the bad, and I really wanted to address them in this version. So a lot of the things that were especially annoying are gone, and the little scrolly pictures on the menu I'm really happy with. It's awesome. We've got all new art, we've got the same music, the music was great, the backgrounds are the same, all the other art is new. So we've got this whole new story mode that's nowhere near as cheesy as the one I wrote. It's still cheesy, don't get me wrong, but it's better written. So, as I was saying, it's cheesy. Why is that dumb thing still showing the HUD? Alright, so we jump in and we got the training mode. These little black lines that you see, the horizontal black lines, these are the emulator artifacts I was telling you about. The polygons, and yes, it's all drawn with polygons, are not lining up exactly right on the emulator. They do line up in on the hardware, so they look good and proper on the DS. And in fact, I actually have a build mode in the code that works properly on the emulator. They have an off by one error. Whatever. Anyway, so we're just going to have to live with those little background lines, don't worry about them. So at the top of the screen tells you how to play the game in play. And you have all the time in the world to do things right now. So you have a little radar scope at the bottom there. So A or B to fire lightning. Okay, and you can see the lightning counts down as your graph drops at the bottom there. Yeah, so yeah, very good. Boots increase your speed, okay. Use lightning to destroy crates. Bolts increase your lightning. So I have more lightning range now. And you can see it counts higher. I also move a little bit faster, not a lot. So let's see, rub touch screen or hold L or R while standing still to charge special attack. Okay. You can see the other graph counting up. A and B for lightning shock.
Lightning shock!
And that's pretty good. The specials are a really nice addition. We wanted specials in the first one, they just didn't happen. Alright, so capture sheep from the maze, and you can see on the Cool Corp Herd Scanner 3000, we've got a few sheep running around. So there's one. Yeah, zap herders to free their sheep. Okay, he's got a couple. Oh, I missed. So this is one of the things that is different from the Dreamcast version. You could easily get trapped when, between two enemies. In this version, we said you can just run freely through other players, and that made a huge difference. You can now escape if you're in a lightning war. Stop following me. Yeah, so we have more sound effects than just Flossie. So, once all sheep are captured, or time runs out, the stage is over. Most sheep wins. We did away completely with the points-based levels. They were just confusing to people. All levels are won by collecting sheep, with few exceptions near the boss levels. So let's go ahead and clear the stage. We got voices now, yay. Roddy from Cryptic Illusion actually came in and brought his team in for us and did all the voices and sound effects. Woo!
Yes!
I win. Yay. So just sheep count. Much simpler than it ever used to be. Alright, was Isker serious? Could he sheep nap a whole herd? Ooh, you think so? Okay. Let's go check it out. And we're running up to the Pink River. It's pink. That means we've made it to the candy shop and their bubblegum river. It must be a scary place. But I bet it smells good. What's that? Oh my. Candy-coated sheep. I love her expression. Alright, you are the best herder for the job. Be careful. So every stage, in addition to, everything else, there wasn't much variety in the Dreamcast version. The stages were all drive as hard as you can, get the most sheep. On this one, every stage is still get the most sheep, but there's an artifact tied to that stage that gets in your way and makes things more difficult. In this particular case, the sheep are on a sugar rush and can't be stunned, so you can zap them with your lightning all they want. They're just going to keep on running. So here we go. Let's get in there and do that. Alright, if we can just get in here now and get some power-ups, I hope. The biggest thing we changed was because the stages went by so quickly. One of the things that made it possible to end a stage within seconds was all the sheep deployed at the beginning. That's no longer the case. The sheep are now deployed slowly over time. And the training stage should have said that, but oh boy, I'm being chased by the giant gumball. But I kind of skipped over it by accident. But that's mentioned in the training stage. By doing that, there's no way to simply run to the center of the screen and grab all the sheep. They come out alternately in the middles and at the corners. Just to make sure everybody, including especially the computer players, are kept moving to different areas. Alright, let's see if I get enough time to charge up. You can't charge and move at the same time, that's deliberate. Oh, I ran out of time. Still one, yay. One of the other things that we did, and I'm going to have to pick up the mouse for this, a couple of small bonus games just for fun, is we reduced it to 1 win per stage. I realize this game makes the game a lot shorter, but I think having more fun with variety is much more important than the game being longer. Wow, I don't know if this is a bug or if there's something wrong with the timer on the emulator, but I've never seen this long a gap between the sheep coming out. Anyway, it gets faster and faster and eventually becomes impossible. So, of the mini-games we planned, only 2 were implemented. This is one, the other one is with Isker. And he's dropping water balloons that you have to catch. It's basically Kaboom. Anyway, so eventually the sheep are going to make it to the cookie and start eating it. And I lose the bonus game when they eat all the way through it. This gets to this point a lot faster than the real machine. I'm going to save it anyway. You can see they're already starting to eat through the cookie. Especially at the top and the bottom, you have to really keep an eye on them because they have the shortest distance to get through there. I'm overwhelmed. Come on, stop the sheep. Oh, there we go. Mini game over. I don't know, it's silly, but it's fun. Ooh, I got a high score. Didn't realize I even had that in here. Alright, end. And then it carries on, so yay, 105 sheep. And while we were doing that, apparently Zeus told a story. Big guy, though, with a sheep for a head. A big guy with a sheep for a head. Well, that's not something Isker would do. He was heading towards Old Man Hades' place. Old Man Hades? That guy's name is synonymous with death. Yeah, okay. Maybe there are some bad puns still in here. I guess we don't have much choice, Chris. On to our doom. Alright, and as we approach, it gets dark. Right? Right? Ah! Aw, man, I'm too pretty to die. So, hunted sheep. They can only be captured when stunned, so that was the change I made for the ghost sheep. They can be stunned normally, but you can't catch them unless they're actually stunned. Worse than that is if once you capture a sheep, you can't free it just by zapping the other herders. You actually have to use a special to free it. The special will free all of them, but that means you can't just run around zapping them and knocking them down. You actually have to take different action. So here we go. Back to the haunted mansion. Oh, I don't want those boots. Ugh, I think I'm already losing. Otherwise, these sheep work pretty similarly to the past. One nice thing is, with the sheep coming out more slowly than in the past, you actually have time to run around and collect power-ups. You're not going to instantly lose because the computers run around and got all the sheep while you were trying to get a boot. Now I've got my lightning shock when I need it. You have to be a little bit careful with zapping the computer players, because that's how they charge their specials graph. They don't charge their special graph otherwise, only when you shoot them. Let's zap him. Get the puppy.
Lightning shock!
Okay. Come on. Oh well, how'd we do? Yay! Not by much, but again, you do win ties, so. Now we get to talk with Hades for a bit. I used to be a sheep addict. I ate a lot of mutton. And he directs us down to the disco and Travolta. He doesn't like herders, though. You know, there's some kind of weird herder sub-community going on in these games. So, we're going to try and sneak into the disco. Uh-oh. Somebody's interrupted us. It's Talia! And that's what she's supposed to look like. So, in we go. They're everywhere. They're all over my beautiful factory. Sure. Yay. So, some of the sheep are hiding in boxes. Make sure you get them all. So, that's the trick with the toy factory. There's, no... The gimmick on the toy factory is that some of the sheep are actually in the box. You can see I've already freed a couple of them. So instead of just, being out there appearing on the floor, you have to shoot the boxes to get them free. I'm really doing badly. I'm going to stand somewhere and power up. And now you will be sorry. That helped a lot. Now they're fighting each other and you can hear them. Oops. Oh, well, I got one. And that guy took all the sheep. So you can still sort of have wars, but it's not as useful. One of the other things I did is I'm glad I got out of the way of that. One of the things that made the little lightning wars so painful in the past is that you just go back and forth. You'd both end up with no sheep left. Oh no, I lost. Oh, crap. Okay, so I gotta pay more attention here. Hey, get off my screen, you. I'm gonna just drag this window over so that stops happening. Yeah, so 3 continues left. I think the cheat still works. Down, left, right, left, right. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Oh well, too bad. Where was I? Right, the lightning wars. One of the things we did to make the lightning wars a little bit less painful is the guy that you zap loses all of his lightning charge. So he can't just turn around and zap you at full strength now. And that makes the wars a lot shorter. It means you can actually escape. It's not good. I gotta pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing here. At the bottom of the screen you can see on the graph, who's winning. And I am not by a long shot. see. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Get Thalia, get Thalia. Oh no, I lost. All of the robot's win phrases are crash messages. Last one was blue screen, this one was segmentation fault. Okay, 3 continues left. Huh. Up, down, down, left, right. Maybe it did work and just didn't update the screen. Oh. Haha, okay, well, whatever, it's working. Carrying on. I mean, I just have to clear it once, for crying out loud. Let's go this way first, it's faster because of the conveyor belt. I am running oh so slowly. So you get charged for your special 2 ways. Either by standing there and charging up, or also you get some by getting hit by opponents. And that's why you have to be careful with zapping the computer, because you'll give the computer charge. Here comes Thalia. There we go. Knock her sheep loose, and that should put me well into the lead. Absolutely no charge. How many sheep do I have? 14. Yay, there we go.
Yes!
Alright. Hooray, you win! Zeus is in bliss. And then he comes back to reality. And off we go, back to the deception at the disco. And Thalia gave us these lovely disguises. Let's put them on. Do, 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 do. If only we had a little disco beat here. Here we go. And there's Trey. There are sheep all over. I had to close the disco, dudes. We're saved! Alright, so, the only limitation on this stage, you don't get a special. As it would give you away and he'd figure out you were a herder. Here we go. And you can see that even your player sprite is updated for the disco.
Oh! 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 Yowza, baby! Ow, baby! Ow, baby! Yowza, baby!
I'm really kind of in a problem here. Where is he? Trey, where are you? I need to steal all your sheep.
Ow, baby!
There we go, that worked.
Ow, baby! Yowza, baby!
Helped anyway. Alright, this is looking good. Let's see if we can hold on. There's one sheep left. Oh, there's not one anymore because they attacked each other. Oh no! Did you see that? Right at the end.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Ah, bugger. Alright. I can't be careless then, like I was. Get that. I'm gonna pop up and get him.
Yowza, baby! Ow, baby!
You gotta come down eventually, Trey.
Ow, baby! Ow, baby! Ow, baby! Yowza, baby!
Take that, bugger. Alright, yeah, so...
Ow, baby!
gotta be careful, you can lose pretty easily. Oh, no! So, Trey's special is that everybody in the area dances with him, and any free sheep, anybody trapped in the light there, dances with him and cannot move. And any sheep in the area dance towards him. So you gotta stay away when that disco wall comes down, or you're stuck dancing. Alright, he's cleared the level, and his wig fell off. Ah, you're a herder! There's just no way. Of course. Huh? Isker? The guy with a sheep for a head? Oh, that guy. His head really was a sheep, huh? I thought he was trying to be avant-garde. Avant-garde? How? Eh. Anyway, I sent him packing. Yay, yes. Alright, off to the sticks. Oh yeah, they're doomed. And somehow they end up at the very top of a cliff, which they promptly fall off of. Luckily they are cartoon characters, so they're not actually in mortal peril, don't worry. And they fall off these pipes, and Zeus gets knocked out. Whoosh! Only to wake up sometime later hearing his friend Chris calling. There she is. Huh? Behind me? Isker? Here we are. One-on-one boss battle. I mentioned in the other video I really love the Waterworks theme. I think it's so appropriate, you know? It's a great boss music. It's like, here it is. This is what you've been working for. And I'm gonna have to get ahead here because I am losing. Should be some sheep over in the corner here. There we go. One advantage of the single-player battles in this version of Cool Herders is that the sheep get trapped in the corner. Isker doesn't always get over there to pick them up, so you can sometimes pick up quite a few in one fell swoop by making your way there. Just like he's about to. Oh dear. Let's just knock him down a little. Oh, and he knocked me down as well. I don't know who won. I won. And here's the little bonus game I mentioned. So, we're just trying to protect the sheep from the water balloons. Oops, and I missed with that one. I missed with that one too. And he just gets faster and faster. And throws more every cycle until eventually you run. Well, eventually you'll lose. Sort of like 2600 games, but unlike, you know, the Dreamcast version, these mini games have no effect on anything except your score. They're just for fun. The other mini games that we had designed that we ended up not coding was a little UFO-themed crane game, and yay! My name in again. And a sort of a Simon Says / Parappa themed disco game, but neither of them really felt quite deep, and given that we were trying to get this thing done, we just sort of passed on them. Alright, so, huff huff. Isker, you've really bulked up, man. You're not as easy to beat you as it used to be. Oh, I see. It's a challenge you want. So be it. And now there's 3 of them. Bring it on. So, here's your first gimmick, okay? This level is not about collecting sheep. This battle is about using your special on the real Isker to put an end to all this nonsense. So that means 2 of them are fake, and 1 of them is real. And you gotta figure it out which is which, and then zap them. So because the goal here is to zap Isker and not collect sheep, the first thing you should do is charge up. Now the only thing you have to watch is make sure he doesn't finish the level while you're getting ready to nail him. So make sure there's always a sheep free, so there's the real Isker. Now, how did I tell? I went by a little quick, but the fakes are transparent, so you look for the one that's solid. And then as soon as you see him, nail him. He doesn't always come up to you right away. Sometimes it takes a little hunting. Alright, and down he goes. Ha! That wasn't so hard. Uh-oh. You jerk! You'll pay for this! A talking sheep? No, not a sheep, you numbskull. I am your doom. Yeah, we could have had voices in here, I suppose, but man, cartridge space is pricey. Alright, so something was behind Isker's strange behavior after all. You must use your special and capture all the sheep. This is the final stage, and this is the hardest challenge in the game. You have to collect all 30 sheep. That means he's not allowed to have any at the end of the game. The reason it warns you about using your special here is because they're ghost sheep. That means you can only collect them when they're stunned, and you can only knock them off of him with your special. It's tricky, but it can be done. The main strategy I like to use is charge up my special, get as many sheep as I can. Well, get as many sheep as I can. Charge up my special, and then try to hit him with it right at the end. It is a little bit nicer to you than normal. He'll stay stunned by the special longer than any other character has in the game, which gives you more time to pick up the sheep he loses. So, it might take me 1 or 2 tries, but I should be able to get through this. Let's see if I can do it. So, the first thing I need to do is get down there and start picking up the sheep. Not paying much attention to him, I just need sheep. I need him. If he shoots me with his lightning, it's not a big deal, because he can't knock sheep off of me, and if I don't zap him, there's nothing on the stage that can build up his special. And so that's important. Let's get up here and get these guys. You really have to watch the clock, because running out of time is your biggest risk in this one. There's a whole pile of sheep at the bottom, and I don't have a speed up, so this is going to be bad. Get these guys. Get some power-ups at the same time. Okay, now got to zap him. Did I get him? I got him. Okay. Now I have a few seconds to try and collect the sheep he lost before he comes back online. Alright, there's only 2 left. 1 left. No! Oh, he zapped me. That's it. It is over. There's no way I can do it now. There's just not enough time. Yep. You must collect all of the sheep to defeat the demon.
Ever defeat me?
Alright, so let's try again. I almost did it. If he hadn't nailed me with his special, which was my fault for shooting him so many times, I shouldn't have shot him. It's bad strategy to zap the demon with normal lightning. Oops, I hit him there. I didn't mean to do that. Just have to remember, he can't hurt me with his lightning. I shouldn't try to hurt him with it. In fact, he's kind of doing you a favor when he collects a few of the sheep, because he's bringing them close to one spot. Alright. Make sure I'm charged up, because if he gets that last sheep, I've got a problem. He's gonna be moving soon. There's only 1 left. Where are you going? Gotcha. 35 sheep, sorry, not 30.
Absolutely stunning.
Phew. So it's tricky, but you can do it. And that's it. I guess I'm going to have to put big spoiler warnings in the texts, but, you know, what the heck. Just so you can have a sweater! A nice sweater. Okay, there we go. And so, yeah, that's it. What's going on? Just a slight case. Not like I have anything better to do. So, yeah, that's it. The end credits aren't coded. So, that's what we ended up with at the end here. I think it's a lot more fun. The different mission objectives certainly make it entertaining. Anyway, it's all I'm going to show you for now. I'm going to do one more little video just for fun while I'm doing cool orders. Anyway, it's not this one. Bye-bye.